Hey, what's up everybody? Andrew from Fantasy 8 here to give you middle round pitching analysis. Basically, I'm going to be going over why you need to pay attention to these middle round pitchers and why and how you should look at them. So we'll start off here. Number one is just full of upside. You got rising stars like Sean Manaea, potential high upside K guys like John Gray. Of course, you got James Paxton. Matt Moore, the list goes on. There are a ton of guys that could break out. And obviously, upside does not win leagues, but if you already have a solid number one and number two, let's say you drafted Scherzer and Teheran, just go upside for the back of your rotation. I mean, there's no harm, especially if you're in a shallow league. Now, I guess it would be a little bit more important if you're in a deep league, but a shallow league, it's easy to drop guys on the wire and pick them up if they don't work out. And when you look at it, when you get past pick 170, hitting options tend to really drop off, except for a couple notable ones. So definitely use that time to grab starters. Obviously, if you want some guys like Manaea, etc., you'll have to start before 170. But I kind of put 170 as the bar when hitting really just dives downhill. Number two, middle round pitching has more than just starters. This is where keeping up on all 30 teams' closer situations pay off. You need to know who's in trouble, who is going to win the role. Like some people, it's obvious. Grab Herrera, is the closer in KC, and I love picking him. But then you have a guy like Bedrosion. He's competing with Andrew Bailey, Houston Street, but it looks like he's basically won the closer job at this point, and you can get him very cheaply for what he can provide. Number three, keep an eye on other teams. If you see another guy targeting these pitchers and picking them up early, you'll know he's up on the upside pitching, and you might have to redo your game plan. Decide if you want to take them earlier or if you just want to wait. And also, keep a list. Prioritize what pitchers you want, whether that be John Gray, Sean Manaea, Jared Eickhoff, Matt Moore, Carlos Rodon. The list goes on. Make sure you prioritize. I like this guy more, Just have that list. And I would encourage you to write it down because if you keep it in your mind, it can be hard to think. But if you write it down, it's on paper, and you don't have to panic when you see guys falling off your list because there's more. The number four, and this is just obvious for any situation, know your league settings. If pitching is valued high, it could drive up starting pitcher costs, so you need to make sure that you need to know when pitching's going to go, because there are very heavily pitching favorite leagues, and those guys are going to go a ton earlier. So that's just a quick overview of a little bit of what I think about mid-round pitching. Obviously, it's draft season. I've already got 2 drafts tonight, including an auction roto with Fantasy Sports Addicts Anonymous. They'll be streaming it. It'll be a ton of fun. Check them out, Fantasy Sports Addicts Anonymous. If you want to reach me for questions, draft, keeper, etc., I've already gotten some. I love getting listeners' emails. I got one from Christopher today. So, Christopher, thank you for sending me that email. I love answering them. So just hit me up on Twitter at fantasy8one or fantasy8one@gmail.com. For Fantasy 8, I'm Andrew, and thanks for watching.